Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello Elciers, welcome back to Elcie channel with me Miss Vivi. On this video, I'm going to share some expressions that you can use to ask for and giving advice. But if you want to ask advice from somebody, it's better if you make sure that that person is having knowledge or know about the problems you are going to ask. Because if that person know nothing, you are going to get the wrong advice from that person. So it will be useless, right? That's why you have to be careful when you ask advice from somebody. Okay, we have three tables here. The first one is asking for advice. In the middle, we have giving advice, and the right one, we have declining to give advice. So, if you want to ask for advice, you need to mention your problems clearly. For example, my child doesn't want to eat vegetables. Or, the second example is, my child likes playing games too much. So, those are two problems that you encounter. And then you need to mention here the expressions such as, what do you suggest? What do you advise me to do? What should I do? Or, if you were me, what would you like to do? Or the last one, what's your advice? Okay, pay attention here. When you use question like, what do you blah blah blah, so you need to put the base verb or verb one, such as suggest, advise, do, or like. And I have note here, advice. Okay, we have two words here. The first one, advice using as, it's a verb, so you can use it in the question word, just like what do you and blah blah blah. And the second one, we have advice with C. It's a noun, so you have to use question that you seem to be, such as what's your advice? On the middle table, we have giving advice, so how you can give advice to others. You can use these expressions, you should blah blah blah, you could blah blah blah, why don't you blah blah blah, if I were you, I would blah blah blah, or you'd better blah blah blah. And remember, the blah 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 should be filled out with the base verb or verb one. For example, if I were you, I would mix the vegetable into the food that my child loves. So mix here is the base verb or verb one. The second example is, you should limit your child's video games playing time and create interesting physical activity with him. The word limit and create here is a base verb. And the last one, we have declining to give advice. So when you don't want to give advice, you can decline by saying, I don't know what to advise, I'm afraid. Or, I wish I could suggest something, but I can't. Or, I wish I could help. Or you can say, I'm sorry, but I have no ideas on it. So it's better if you decline to give advice when you know nothing about the problems or the ideas that the person is asking about. Well, thank you for watching, and don't forget to give comment, like, and subscribe. See you on the next video. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.